Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Trust you're doing great. Today we are checking out the former capital of Poland, Krakow. Yes, that's the city we're looking at, and we are checking out the city guide for Krakow. So let's do this one together.
This is World Travel Guide. In this episode of City Guides, we will take you to the former capital of Poland, the incredible city of Krakow. Krakow is the second largest and one of the oldest cities in Poland. Situated on the Vistula River in Lesser Poland Voivodeship, the city dates back to the 7th century. Krakow was the official capital of Poland until 1596, and has traditionally been one of the leading centers of Polish academic, economic, cultural and artistic life. Cited as one of Europe's most beautiful cities, its old town was declared the first UNESCO World Heritage Site in the world.
This is beautiful. 1596.
In its more than 1,500 years, Krakow has been an imperial capital, a political backwater, an independent city-state and the scene of earth-shaking triumphs and tragedies in Polish history. It was more than 6 centuries after its founding as an obscure settlement on a bend in the river Vistula that Krakow became the royal capital of a recently unified Polish nation. During the medieval period, Krakow found itself at the edge of Christian Europe. Fortifications did not save Krakow from near-total demolition at the hands of the Mongols in 1241 and 1259. A long decline that culminated in the partition of Poland's lands between the Russian, Prussian and Austrian empires at the end of the 18th century, was marked by sieges, occupation and economic stagnation for the city in the south. Under Austrian occupation, Krakow became a fortified outpost. Situated close to the border with Prussian territory, Krakow was a strategic garrison town for imperial troops. After the devastating World War II, the communist authorities tried to undermine Krakow's reputation as a hotbed of intellectualism, but the city became a center of opposition to totalitarian rule. Today, Krakow is one of Poland's economic and cultural powerhouses. Millions of Poles and non-Poles visit every year to soak up the centuries of history and a laid-back atmosphere.
Krakow was actually hit a lot during the World War II.
Crowning Krakow's Wawel Hill and adjoining Wawel Cathedral, Wawel Castle is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that consists of numerous Romanesque, Renaissance, Gothic and Baroque buildings, courtyards and gardens. Dating back to the 14th century, the castle was home to many of Poland's monarchs and is a symbol of Polish history and pride.
Polish people are actually quite religious. Yes, they are very religious.
The gigantic town square, most often called the main market square, is the centerpiece of Krakow's UNESCO-listed Old Town and the largest medieval square in Europe. Dominated by the Renaissance-style cloth hall and flanked by colorful buildings, the square is both an architectural landmark and the main hub of local life. The Vistula is the longest river in Poland. It runs through Krakow for around about 30 kilometers. Canals have been built to regulate the flow of the river and to enable bigger ships to pass through ship locks. These regulations are also for flood prevention. Only a few ships sail the Vistula in Krakow, and they
Vistula,
mainly
the
carry
longest river
tourists.
in Poland.
For most of its history, Kazimierz was a separate city, until the filling in of part of the Vistula River incorporated the former island into Krakow itself. Following a fierce fire that ravaged much of the old town in 1495, Krakow's entire Jewish population was moved to Kazimierz. This is what gives the historic district its Jewish flavor today. While walking around its old cobbled streets, you'll come across a number of synagogues and Jewish cemeteries, with a couple of monuments and museums also on offer.
This is amazing, actually. Very amazing. So we have Jews in Poland.
A wealthy German and member of the Nazi Party, Oskar Schindler bought the Amalia enamel factory in Krakow following the German invasion of Poland during World War II. By insisting that his Jewish employees were vital to the workforce and often advocating for them, he saved more than 1,000 people from death. Today, Oskar Schindler's factory houses a highly emotive, interactive, and visually stunning permanent exhibition on the Nazi occupation of Krakow. An eerie world, where everything has been carved from salt blocks. The Wieliczka salt mine is made up of a labyrinth of tunnels, the deepest of which lies 327 meters underground. The ancient UNESCO World Heritage Site is a major part of Poland's salt mining history, one of the country's most popular attractions, and one of the world's oldest salt mines.
So Poland, they have salt mines in Poland. This is incredible information.
Located in the east of the city where the old airport once lay, the Polish Aviation Museum is widely considered to be one of the best such museums in the world. With over 200 aircraft for you to peruse, its extensive collection will delight
Aviation
aviation
museum.
fans with all that it has to offer. Besides its pre-war Polish planes, the museum also has
People.
bombers, fighter jets and helicopters, as well as a vast array of jet engines.
Poland have actually fought wars. They have survived wars.
Located just outside of the old town, the distinctive red brick Barbican building is remarkably one of only three surviving such outposts in the whole of Europe. Built all the way back in 1498, it was once part of a chain of formidable fortifications that surrounded and protected Krakow. Now, however, it is the only gatehouse still standing. Even though the city looks fantastic all year round, April to May and September to October are deemed to be the best time to visit Krakow. Spring promises temperatures comfortable for promenades and a lot of celebrations.
September to
A
October.
period from June to August is famous not only for throngs of tourists and high prices, but also for lively festivals such as Pierogi Festival. The time between December and February is freezingly cold, but affordable prices, holiday celebrations, and beauty of the winter slopes in Zakopane seem to be seducing. What's your favorite site in Krakow? Let us know in the comments.
This is a beautiful compilation. This is a beautiful compilation. Kudos to whoever put this up together. Krakow is a beautiful town, to be honest. I learned so much from this video. There are incredible places to visit while in Krakow. Indeed a very historic and ancient city, and still beautiful, I must add. Thank you so much for doing this with me. Please like, comment, and share. And I see you right in my next video. Bye.